Now more than ever, it's a famous saying in Great Britain, keep calm and carry on. For 60 years, the Queen has done exactly that.
Will you solemnly promise and swear to govern the peoples of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland?
I remember my father buying our first television set on the day of for the coronation, for the Queen's coronation. And I think that's true of a lot of people of my sort of age. She's always been there, she's been my country.
We've only ever said, God save the Queen. One day we're going to have to learn to say, God save the King. But till then, we've got this woman, shy, not dreadfully glamorous, but genuine, who's made mistakes, but has always tried to do her duty.
Only one other monarch in British history has celebrated a Diamond Jubilee, Queen Victoria. A monument to her stands in the plaza in front of Buckingham Palace. But Queen Elizabeth's monument, her lasting legacy, isn't made of stone.
Do you think that the Queen's ability to change with the times has helped the monarchy endure?
Yes, without a doubt. She's managed to get the family to move with the times. And I think that's incredibly important. You can't get stuck in a sort of an old age situation when everything else around you is changing. So you have to go with it.
I think there's a real sense that the monarchy will continue, especially with William and Catherine. You know, William and Kate, you've got a new generation of people who understand what their role is, who are dutiful about it, who are not taking advantage, who clearly want to serve their country.
I think we're very lucky. We've got Charles there to take over from the Queen, and then we have William, who Charles has trained from a young boy to be a really good head of state.
She set an incredible example to me, to others to follow. Her leadership, her duty, her sacrifice. She was a young woman in a man's world, carving her own way through life and through a job that she, like any of us, don't necessarily have all the preparations you'd like. I think she's done amazingly well.
A young woman who became a young queen and vowed to always put her country first.
And at that moment, of course, I thought, goodness, you know, this 25-year-old girl, and Prince Philip, I think hardly 30, probably 29, 2 small children, and it's the end of their private lives. Now, it is public life and service for the rest.
And it makes you sad to think about that.
Yes, it makes me very sad, and it still makes me sad, although what a triumph they've made of it.
A normal life, if there can be such a thing behind the palace gates, was not an option for Queen Elizabeth, but it is what she wants for her grandchildren.
I think she would just talk to us and wants to know about our lives and wants to hear about all these different things that are going on in the world, and university and essays and stuff that she doesn't do. And I think I mean, we give that to her being the grandchildren, because we kind of are allowed to get on with our own lives.
And the Queen continues to get on with hers.
I mean, we've seen younger royals talk about how, gosh, you know, we think perhaps Granny might just start to wind down now. Absolutely none of it. For as long as the Queen is physically able, she will undoubtedly continue to serve as she does now, with vigour and enthusiasm and with no sense of winding down.
And you know, not that my opinion would make much difference, but I think it is what makes Britain Britain. You know, the royal family and the Queen. So you know, all this sort of stuff hopefully will remain forever, of course.
I think this country and its leadership are probably better placed now than they were 60 years ago because of the consistency and, as it were, dignity of the Queen.
Celebrities are to a penny, and they come and go. The Queen represents all that is solid and safe in my life. I think that's what it is.
You know, when I go out on a job and with the Queen and I see her smile, and her face lights up. I feel everything's right in the world.
For 6 decades, Queen Elizabeth has weathered the changing times and known the right times to make a change. While the size of the British Empire has diminished, the sun has not set on her influence in the world.
Here before you all, with my whole life, whether it be long or short, shall be devoted to your service and to the service of our great imperial family to which we all belong.
I have been privileged to witness some of that history, and with the support of my family, rededicate myself to the service of our great country and its people, now and in the years to come.
At her coronation, the Archbishop of Canterbury anointed her with holy oil. But in this modern age, one blessing isn't enough. The second has come from the British people, who have anointed her with their hearts. To them, she remains polished but practical, sparkling but strong, like a diamond, multifaceted and timeless.